So I'm thinking a lot about the dimensions, right? So when we start off, we have the first dimension. Got a dot there. It's just a dot. Like think of the first dimension as just like a dot, right? The second dimension is basically like 4 dots, making what you would see this as like a sheet of paper, right? It looks like basically just one sheet of paper. That's the second D. The third dimension this is really bad drawing because my writing is just something like that, right? It's like a yeah, that's okay, right? That's not bad. So that's 3D. So we have one, oh my gosh. Yeah. 1D, 2D, 3D. Now we could look at this in a different way if we think about levels of consciousness. Now there's not just 1, 2, 3 levels of consciousness. There's many levels of consciousness, right? When we think of this like levels of consciousness, I would see 1D as you're kind of limited, right? You're only kind of stuck at this one place. You can really only go forwards or backwards, and you're really taken whichever way. This is like when you're a young child. I think that you don't really have much say. You can't really decide too much. You're kind of just at this point, and until you reach this place of being able to occupy more space and make your own choices and move your own way, you can create your own reality. But at the same time, if we think about it like a family, you're kind of a child, you're kind of stuck in this 1D energy. But as you grow up, you can take new turns, go new directions, choose where you want to go. Let's say, for example, your family wants to do one thing, but once you get that ability to take new directions in your own life, you're able to create your own reality. But sometimes we can get stuck in the reality that our family is in, right? We can get stuck in this idea that we're just kind of in a box, right? It looks like a box. There's no extra information with this box. All we see is what's right there, right? But with 3D reality is a great place to be because it means that you're at the point where you're creating. You're able to take your ideas and form them into reality, right? But sometimes we can get stuck in 2D and a lot of times even 1D. Even though we are adults, we can make our own choices, but sometimes we can be tied down by other people in our life, keeping us stuck in this 1D energy. At the same time, we could be stuck in this 2D energy because of our our family. Can you see that? The light is hitting that. Yeah, family, right? Do you know where I'm kind of going with this? You could be stuck in this idea of what your life is and sort of just be kind of going around trying to figure out how I can go through this family dynamic and like reach out of it, leave this family dynamic. Now with 3D, you can still be held back by people in your life. You can still be, stopping by your parents' place and seeing all your family and what they're doing, and you could be at next level, whatever. You could be somewhere else. You could be somewhere way else, but there's always that emphasis of where was that first starting point. And a lot of times, if we're at this starting point in our life with our family and it's hard, we are struggling so much to learn new avenues. Let's say, for example, we don't know the right people. You're kind of stuck in this little box here of who you know, these main four groups this main thing this main picture of your life. But when you reach 3D and you can sort of create more phases of your life, you can create more pages in your life, new pages. You can sort of create more. Now, I'd like to talk more about the dimensions as they relate to levels of consciousness. So stay tuned for future videos. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this concept, because this is just something that I've been thinking a lot about. So yeah, what would you guys say? Do you guys agree with this? Which level do you feel you're at? Do you feel like this makes sense for you? Tell me your thoughts in the comments, because I really want to know what you guys think. And if you do like this concept, or you want to learn more, want to hear more from me, you can go ahead and subscribe. So next time we're going to talk about the 4D and what it would look like if we look at it as levels of consciousness as well as the physical reality. So stay tuned, guys. My name is Catherine, by the way, and I will see you in the next video.